Angela Wilkinson joins me now. She is the Secretary General and the CEO of the World Energy Congress. Thank you so much for being with us. The World Energy Council, the World Energy Congress, you manage both actually. Talk to us a little bit about the importance of the widening dialogue when it comes to energy and being part of the IEF-OPEC, IEA energy dialogue.
Well, I'm delighted to be here at this 10th anniversary of this global energy dialogue. Talking about energy, of course, really matters. It matters to everybody, and bringing together the OPEC community with the IEA community with the IEF facilitation is really very important if we're really going to think about how we prepare and enable global energy transition in a way that benefits everyone in the world, which is why I'm very happy for the World Energy Council to be back at the table. We've worked with the energy transition agenda for nearly 97 years. We currently are in a period where everybody's talking about the climatization of the energy transition dialogue. We're here to talk about the humanization of the energy transition dialogue, the need to look beyond just the technology or the finance or even the climate change agenda and think about the useful and uses of energy and what they will mean for the future of humanity.
Now, of course, the World Energy Council has been around a long time, as you said too, and in terms of where the International Energy Forum, only 20 years, but 20 good years of bringing this dialogue together, which when we thought about it 20 years ago was probably never going to happen. So when you look at the expansion, I suppose, of the dialogue, how do you think that is helping to actually bring, I suppose, all of the topics to the table and at least have everybody involved? I would, as you would imagine, I think too, this is absolutely essential, really.
I think His Excellency in his opening remarks this morning pointed out the importance of this type of dialogue, the importance for stability and cohesion, and the challenges of addressing uncertainty together through dialogue. Uncertainty, of course, can create a very negative response in different constituencies, and he spoke this morning very much about how you need dialogue as in a moment of uncertainty, whether it's an event or whether it's the bigger picture uncertainty. So if we don't want to react negatively to increasing degrees of uncertainty, then we can react positively by coming to the table. And I'm always minded by an article I read in The Economist years ago that said, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. So these types of dialogues, I think, are very important for stopping the overly competitive or the overly conflictual types of dialogues that have spun out in the past. So the IEF, I think, has played an incredibly important international bricolage and brokering role in bringing together the producing and the consuming countries in a constructive energy dialogue.
Now, of course, your big flagship event, and you have many, many of them, would be the World Energy Congress as well. So we had a wonderful one last year, and you're heading to Russia, I believe. And indeed, the Prince will probably be there. Many of the key players here will be there. How important, again, looking at, I think, regions too, when you chose perhaps Middle East, you probably had a bit more focus, even though it's an international event, and now heading to Russia, to another huge player in the energy dialogue.
Well, if I look over our 100-year history and I think about how we have engaged with the energy transition dialogue over 100 years, I think in 1923 we were very much in a dialogue about energy for peace. We were looking at where resources were located and where they needed to be. We've moved through an era of energy for prosperity, and of course we were in the Abu Dhabi last year talking about energy for prosperity. As we move towards St. Petersburg, I think we're shifting our conversation and the centre of gravity of our dialogue, and we're shifting it towards energy for humanity, which is why I'm here today to encourage us to have a conversation about humanising energy transition.
And I think indeed that's what everybody really wants to have. And we look at the attention and the focus that His Royal Highness the Prince, the Energy Minister from Saudi Arabia, is putting the attention to the International Energy Forum. And also I think he's probably agreeing with you very much to bring this to the heart of, a cleaner, greener future for everybody, and in fact a future that everybody can enjoy and live in. So probably we're going to see more of you with the IEF in the years to come. How important do you think, I think that it will strengthen the IEF in the years to come?
I think the IEF and the World Energy Council have similar ambitions, and that is we see the importance of having these curated, high-quality dialogues which are informed by the evidence base, but not just captured by the evidence base. We're trying to move forward together. We're trying to look at clean, faster, socially just and inclusive energy transitions, and for that we need to bring together progressive governments with progressive business, and we must keep a seat for new energy society at the table. And that's not just the indirect users of energy, but the actual end users of energy. We've been looking at what does it mean to have a customer-centric energy system? What does the active customer in energy of the future mean for energy supply? What does it mean for the choice of technologies? Everybody here will say exactly one message will be common from everybody here, and that is we can manage this, we can manage energy for humanity if we work together and if we keep a seat for all technologies at the table. That's an important part of the dialogue here. It's important also that we keep a seat for all parts of society at the table. That's what we're here to do. That's our next journey as we head towards St. Petersburg.